We have had such an amazing year. And to thank you for your support, to thank our community, we want to take SMAP and make it entirely free. So that means all the tools, all the tutorials, as of today, are 100% free. To celebrate that launch, we want to make a tutorial that we have wanted to make for a long time. And that is, how low can we go? How affordably can we light an interview? And so we started out with $100 and we said, that's still a little high. You can get a Pro Light for $100. We need to cut it down even lower. So we worked ourselves down to $26. We often show up to shoots and we've got Red Epics, we've got C100s, we've got all kinds of lenses, all kinds of lights, Steadicams, crazy amount of tools. And it's very easy to look at that and say, well, I don't have those resources. I don't have all of these things available to me. How can I tell strong stories? And so we said, you know what, when you really understand the basics, when you really put the story first, you can do so much with so little. And that's where the inspiration for this challenge came from. If we understand the properties of light, we can light with so much less. Sure, it's more work than being able to show up with our Kino Celeb and having dimmable and change the light temperatures and all these beautiful features, but we can still do it with a lot less. And so we set out to see just how affordably we could do an entire 3-point lighting setup. Let's get started. The first thing we need to think about is, what is our key light? What's our main light? Now, what we want here is a great value. So we need a high light output for a low cost. Right here we have the Workforce 250 watt work light. This is $897 and gives us 250 watts of light. Now the problem is, it's very bright and it's a very small light source. It's going to be very harsh light. So we have to find a way to soften that out. To the rescue comes our laundry basket from IKEA. Now this is the Algot laundry basket for $5.99. We're going to use this as a frame for our softbox. Now you'll notice that this has holes, so what we're going to need to do is line this with something to reflect the light back in and shape it properly. For that, simple aluminum foil from a dollar store. We'll line the inside of the case with the aluminum foil, and now we'll start directing our light properly. But we're still going to have a pretty harsh light, so we have to find a way to soften it. And for that, we found these curtains, the Lil sheer curtains from IKEA. $4.99 for a pack of 2. We've probably used about a quarter of one to make this work. We're just going to cut them out and we're going to drape them over the top. Now for our fill light, we're going to go to a dollar store and just get a piece of poster board. 99 cents. This will bounce the light back in and give us a great fill light. For our hair light, we're going to start with this Leviton power thingy here. We found this at Home Depot. It's $2.09. And the way it works is we put a light bulb in one side, we plug this directly into an extension cord or the wall. So, take a light bulb. This is from IKEA. Go to a dollar store, grab a super cheap tungsten bulb. The higher the wattage, the more intensity you're going to get. Plug it into an extension cord. And what you're going to notice here, it just powers right up. And that is going to be our hair light. So altogether, we have 3 lights, $26. So let's get started and let's build this key light and softbox. So what we're going to do, we'll start with our lovely IKEA laundry basket here. We're just going to cut out a hole in the back, roughly the size of our work light. Now we've got this little knob here, and what we're going to do is loosen this to take the front casing off, and we'll reattach it from the other side so that will hold it securely in place without needing any additional brackets. We'll then flip it on its side, line this with aluminum foil, and simply tape it in to hold the aluminum foil in place. Then we'll cut up our shears, we'll drape those in front, and by folding the shears and putting one piece of tape on the top, what we'll be able to do is control just how much light we're cutting and how soft it is by going with, say, 1, 2, 3, or 4 shears in front. So we can even get a quick light adjustment all in this key light. Now, what we didn't talk about are light stands. We assume if you're lighting an interview for $25, you're probably just going to use chairs, bookshelves, whatever you can find to just prop these lights up. And there you have it, our key light, powered by a work light, a softbox made out of a laundry basket, aluminum foil, and a curtain. Here's an example of an interview lit entirely with these pieces right here. $26 for a key light, fill, and a hair light.
Welcome to Filmmakers, where teams compete for a shot at a $25,000 budget to film a major film project. Each week we put our teams through a filmmaking challenge that not only progresses them through the stages of film production, but will test their passion, creativity, and resourcefulness.
If you've enjoyed this tutorial, check out SMAP for other great tutorials and tools, now entirely free. Thanks for joining us.